Ah, what's up, everybody? Danny here with the Neighbor's Kitchen, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hey, the guys and gals over at R&D at Cosori have a new product called the Iconic. It is a brand new air fryer. It is 6.5 quarts. It's got stainless steel construction. It's got some smart features that I'm pretty excited to check out. And it is PFAS free. The S may or may not be plural. I'm not sure, but that is the abbreviation for forever chemicals, and it's free of that. So that's pretty good. So we're going to unbox this, check it out, get anything set up that we need to, and then we're going to do the first cook with it and really put the screws to this thing. So once again, thank you for hanging out with me. Let's check this thing out. All right, check this thing out. This is quite the impressive packaging. Artisanal cooking, make every meal a masterpiece. So far I'm on board with that. We got some documentation. That's a quick start guide. They even got that nice and padded. You don't want your instruction books getting damaged in shipping. So here we got 24 handcrafted recipes. Got a user manual. We'll set this aside and pull it out as we need. Looks like the top here, beautifully wrapped in some kind of, I don't know, that's a nice material. We have a very familiar, this is that signature ceramic coating tray so that you get air circulation underneath the basket. I can tell this is much like the other one that I have, in that it is 100% the most non-stickiest thing I have ever set my eyeballs on. Ooh, we got something else over here. That's a cord. We're just going to move that out of the way and pull this up. Look how they have this wrapped. This bag has a cinch on it. If you think I'm throwing that away, better think again. This certainly has another use. There we go. Whoa. Look at this thing. It's, I don't know, maybe about 20 pounds. This is just a US version cord for a 115. Got some tape over here to take off. Another one over there. Look at that. Oh man. This is that same non-toxic, super non-stick ceramic coating that's on the tray, the insert, and the outside. Look at that. Nice basket, that really is. We have a shipping insert. Can you guys see in there pretty well? Got a brand new element. It is all stainless steel in there. It looks like the fan is stainless steel as well. We've got some air vents underneath. I'm not sure what what kind of material that is. I think that's metallic of some sort. Kind of looks like it might have been cast, so maybe it's metallic. I don't know. I'm not a metallurgist. There we go. The machine just came alive. Looks like we got the temp controls, time controls, air fry, roast, bake, dry, proof, reheat. What the heck is shake? I bet this tells us when to pull the basket out to shake for even disbursement of hot air getting around everything. I don't know, but we're about to find out. All right, what do we have to know? All right, cool. I just read through the user manual and it looks like we have another app to set up. It looks like we can control this from the app and get notifications, and it gets a lot of built-in recipes, so that's pretty cool. Just like other Cosoris, it does insist on using rubber or wooden utensils, not to use metal utensils, because this ceramic coating, though it is non-toxic, once it scratches, water can get underneath that, and then it just starts chipping away, and whatever this is made out of is probably not non-stick. That's why it needs a coating. So let's migrate over to the kitchen behind me, plug it in, set up the app, and then go through a test run just to familiarize ourselves with this new device. All right, so I got the app installed on my phone. There is a nice, convenient QR code in your manual that will automatically take you to the app depending on what flavor of phone you are rocking these days. So that is installed. I had to sign up for an account, and it takes me to this screen to add a device. So let's go ahead and just go get this plugged in. That's a familiar jingle. I like it. So we're on standby mode. Let's go ahead and hit add a device. We're going to go to Cosori, air fryer, Iconic, allow, preparing to connect, plug in your device, press the power button. Okay, we already did that. Next, preparing to connect, wants us to press and hold the power button for 5 seconds until the Wi-Fi light starts to blink. There we go. We got connecting. If I were my Wi-Fi password, what would I be? Nice. We'll hit finish. Let's get cooking. Hey, that's my tagline. We'll exit out of this. It's going to take us through a brief tutorial. Here you can check device status. Cool. Find exclusive recipes and wellness articles in the diet section. Easily find the air fryer user manual. Pretty cool. Oh, you can control this from your Alexa or Google Assistant. You could say, make me some fries. That'd be really cool. Cooking functions. Yeah, check that out. Shake reminder. I wonder if we can turn this on from the app. We'll play with that later. Let me go rinse this out real quick, and let's run through a test cycle. All right, just rinsed that out with some mild detergent and used a soft bristle brush. They do recommend doing a test run, air fry at 385 for 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and just take a moment and get familiarized with this guy here. So we're in standby mode. When we hit the power button, it automatically defaults to that 385 at 10, but we can control the temp, the time, we got roast, and we got a fan speed indicator. So air fry is all the way 5, roast is 5, Bake is 3 out of 5. We got dry, which is dehydrate, 6 hours. Proof, the lowest fan speed at a low temperature. Got reheat, so pretty standard functions. These are all the ones that I use the most on my other Cosori, so that's good to know. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and do our 385 for 10 minutes. We're gonna hit the play button. It goes into cooking. You can hear the fan cook on. Let's see. There we go. The app goes straight to our time, and looks like we can stop, but we don't want to. So let's just let this run for 10 minutes. Then it might be time to cook some supper. So as we're narrowing down on the final seconds of our break-in cook, you can hear it's a pretty quiet fan. Now this is the 5th fan speed, so this is the loudest that it gets. Feels very much like my other one, but all the internals are stainless steel instead of plastic, which is where you get the PFAs from. There we go. It ends. We got a notification on our phone that says your food is ready, enjoy. So I kind of like having the app. I mean, you know, when you're doing a 10-minute cook, you're obviously not going too far away, but this will be neat to play with. Let's go ahead and make some supper, which is really going to tell us how evenly this cooks. If tried and true recipes from other air fryers convert over to this, which will tell us if it is accurate with temperature. All right, we're making some chicken wings today, bone in. These are just right now dry-brined in the fridge for a couple of hours. Already patted them dry. I did notice this air fryer does not have a preheat setting. That is not a deal breaker if that is what is driving your shopping for air fryers. You can preheat it on your own without a preheat function. This is already preheated to 385. So we're gonna open this up here, and I'm just gonna place our chicken wings inside, and we are really testing the non-stick of the basket because I did not even spray any oil in there. I don't think we're gonna need it. Got those evenly spaced. We're gonna put those in there. We're on air fry. I want 350 for 15 minutes. Goes to cooking. I do want to play with the app real quick. Let's go to cooking functions. Turn on shake reminder. We'll call it 8 minutes. Confirm, and we'll see what that's all about. Okay, I just found something out here. When you set your shake reminder, you go to confirm, you hit send settings, it stops the air fryer. All right, let's try that again. Chicken wings are in. We want shake reminder at 8 minutes. Confirm. Okay. We want our 350 for 15 minutes. I'm going to hit send settings. It says to press the start button. So from the app, we got our 350 for 15 with shake on. Now I do my wings in a 2-stage process. We're not going to get them done in these 15 minutes. We will turn them at the 8-minute mark. Well, I guess this thing's going to let us know. And then I go to 400 to crisp them up. We'll see if we can activate the shake reminder from the display for the crisp. All right, there we go. We finished the initial part. We got the audible from the actual unit. I got the thing from my phone. The shake reminder also gave us an audible on the air fryer and on my phone. I gotta say real quick before we go to the second stage of this, I really like that. One of my personal favorite functions on an air fryer is the shake or flip or turn over reminder, because sometimes I forget that, and then you got inconsistent whatever it is you're cooking. Big fan of that. So let's go ahead, and these are looking pretty good. Let's flip these one more time. So let's get these back in here. Let's see here. Shake. Didn't give us a time. What do I want? I want 400 at 7 minutes. Let's just see if that splits the difference by half. Check that out. Certainly getting crispy too. We'll give these another flip, but there you go. You can access that function without using the app. So if you are interested in this and you don't want another thing with a password connected to your Wi-Fi, you can use everything, no problem, without the app. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get these finished up. See how it does. There we go. They look pretty good to me. Let's give them a spot check here. Yep, we are done. They're all between 195 and 200, which is where I like my wings. That is usually where I have to go to get them just pull off the bone after a nice rest. So let these sit for a minute. We have to add the sauce. Don't worry, I didn't forget. This is just how I like to cook my wings. And then let's give the old Cosori, it's not old, the new Cosori Iconic a taste test. We're not tasting the Iconic, we're seeing the food that it makes, how it tastes. So I'll be right back with you. Well, it helps when you hit the record button for your outro. So, spoiler alert. The Cosori did a great job making bone-in chicken wings. Finished up, we have proven you can use this thing fully without the app. So if you're gifting this to a older relative and maybe they're not so tech savvy, no big deal. Has the nice added feature of using the shake, flip, stir reminder or not. That's cool. He did a great job cooking my chicken wings nice and evenly. The ones that were in this corner were the same temperature as the ones in this corner, and so forth. So check these out. You can ignore those bones since I forgot to hit the record button. But yeah, nice. They're beautiful. I just use Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo wing sauce. Nice and juicy. This is a meaty one. Pulls off the bone just fine. I don't know what we're about for that. Let's do a flat real quick before we get off here. Clean pull, guys, clean pull. Well, I gotta say that I am impressed with this machine. I think it's got great aesthetics to it. I like the addition of Wi-Fi. I love the control panel is actually more condensed. There's less options. We don't need a million options. Just a couple's fine with me. It's gonna clean up most excellently. Everything is so non-stick. We already know this from Cosori. You can check that out in my other videos. I want to thank Cosori for sending this to me to check out and share with you guys. I'm going to get to know this thing, and there will be a review or a versus coming out later for it. So if you're into this kind of content, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. Doesn't cost you a dime. If you are interested in your own Cosori Iconic air fryer, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. It'll really benefit you a lot and me a little. And that really helps me out. So I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Until next time, be well. Yeah, I'll have more. Mm.